Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku daily analysis for light sweet crude oil for Monday, August the 24th. Well, here we have a very strong second time frame uptrend, and we can see that we have a series of higher peaks and higher troughs in this market. We have a trough, a peak, a higher trough, a higher peak, a higher trough, and another higher peak. So a very, very strong uptrend in place. We also have the market in a first time frame uptrend at the moment, where we have a higher high and a higher low, and we simply get that by comparing the high and low of the current candle or bar to the previous candle or bar. And that tells us that the trend is up if we have a higher high and a higher low. Now, interestingly, this market is now interacting with a very important area of resistance, and that area was roughly around it was 73.38, so roughly around the $73 to $74 zone. It's very important for this market, and what we want to see is a very strong close up above there. But this range of resistance also, as we can see from the shadows here, is now extending up to $75, which is pretty much a round number for this market. And we can see that twice the market's tried to trade up to there, yesterday and today, and there's been some solid downside price rejection. So what we'd like to see is certainly a solid close up above this 73.38 level, and then a nice solid close up above 75 for this market to continue appreciating. Now, the candle that we have currently is what we call a spinning top candle, and that denotes indecision, and that's what we tend to see around these areas of resistance. As a trend develops to the upside, we see the size of the body of the candles getting larger and larger and larger, and then as there's potential for the upswing that the market's in the first time frame to terminate, then you start to see the smaller candle bodies come in, and generally a change of colour. We haven't had a change of colour here, but at the moment it doesn't really matter because the size of the body is so small. So for this uptrend to continue, we want to see a solid close up above that 75 level, and we need to watch the low of the current candle for a potential retracement of this first time frame upswing. Now, the areas that will hold as support are at the Tenkan-sen, which will coincide roughly with around the $70 level, which will be quite a big level for this market. We can see here with these candles where there was a very long shadows as the market tried to trade down into the $70 level, that there was buying coming in. So it's held a support on a previous occasion. Failing that, if that's tested and it fails, then we have the 68.85 level, which is where the Kijun-sen is, and then failing that, we have the top of the Kumo down here at around 65. Now, the Kumo is very thin down through here, quite a thin Kumo, and that means that there's really not very strong support. So if this market does retrace all the way down here, which it's not likely to do very soon, but if it does, then there could be potential for a solid close to the downside outside of there to give us a bearish indication. Now, we are trading substantially up above the Kumo, which means that the market is overall positive, and we're trading up above the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen, which means that the market is bullish, and we also have both of them pointing up, which means that the market has momentum in both of those shorter and the medium-term time frames. And we have the Tenkan-sen above the Kijun-sen, which is another positive indication. Now, quite some time ago, we had the crossover of the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen, but that was within the Kumo, and that is a signal to go long, but it was a neutral signal. It wasn't a very strong signal because it happened within the Kumo. But then eventually we had the breakout up above the cloud or the Kumo, and a very strong break as well. So the potential for a reversal of this trend because of the indecision that's coming into this market at the moment. But still, we are in a first time frame uptrend and a second time frame uptrend. So most likely that we might get some sort of retracement of this previous upswing.